Whew, there's a wasp. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be really super fun. We'll plant the shade garden. We're going to plant the espalier. I got some pretty honeysuckle, and we're going to, I'm missing a HEUCHERA that didn't make it this winter. I'm going to, there's Albus. I'm going to plant the black one, and we're going to transplant some hostas and ferns. So get your gloves, and I got my auger and got my plant tone. So I'm ready, and hope you are too. This big box has my honeysuckle, and here's the HEUCHERA. I love the foliage on it. It's real pretty, and I think it's going to look really good in this spot, and I think it'll complete kind of like a, looks like a rainbow. So I decided to get the Proven Winners Honeysuckle, and this is the Sensation. And let's see, so this it's really pretty. I love honeysuckle, and they're actually kind of local, or not local, but they're like natural to Tennessee, I believe. But this is USDA Hardy 4 through 9, which is reach temperatures to -30, which in my location were 7B, so we're in the clear there. It gets 10 feet tall and 2 to 4 feet wide, and it says 4 to 5 feet spacing, so it's going to be perfect for the espalier. Next we have this beautiful HEUCHERA. This HEUCHERA is the Primo Black Pearl. Here's a picture of it. And this gets 8 to 10 inches big. Sunshade perennial HEUCHERA. Zone, it's USDA zone 4 through 9 as well. So sun to shade, so light, pretty good. Back here, it'll get morning sun, maybe 4 to 6 hours, and then it'll get afternoon shade most of the day. So it'll be really happy. All my other HEUCHERA survived, so I'm not worried about this one. And I forgot, this is a good day. I actually got the Biotone starter mix by Espoma. This is like liquid gold, and obviously my dog likes it, which is not good, and it's annoying, but he can't help it. I guess it stinks, but it's super good for the plants, because what this does, when you start a plant, you want to promote as much root growth instead of like doing a regular fertilizer like plant, although it is good. What this, that more feeds it and puts it more into like probably like plant growth or blooming. It takes a lot of energy. Well, what this does, it kind of breaks down the roots and kind of like, not bore holes. I don't want it to sound like it's like too intense, but it'll put, like if this was a root, the fertilizer gets in there, and then more roots will come from that, and that way it will like, there'll be a lot of new like roots, and it'll be really strong, and it'll be like in a firm foundation for the plant. And I always like to start all my new plants with the Biotone. All right, just a reminder of what the espalier looks like, and what you see the wire, the honeysuckle will grow. So I'm going to show you the honeysuckle. I'm putting it at the base. I think that will look fantastic. I'm very excited about that. And here is where the HEUCHERA, oh, that's a little windy, is going to go. It helps if the auger is moving in the right direction. And a little bit deeper and a little bit wider. And I like to add a little bit of my own topsoil just because this ground, it's red clay, and I feel like it helps the roots get off on a good start. And obviously my biotone. This stuff is imperative for me, especially starting a new plant. I'm gonna add a little bit of this soil, and then a little bit of the native soil. Nice Tennessee red clay. I'll add my soil in there. Then the biotone. And then the honeysuckle. Ooh, it's a little root bound, so I'm basically just going to tease these roots out. It's basically telling the plant, like, you know, it's okay. You're not stuck in that little container. You can grow as big as you want. See? Just want to add a little bit of mine back in there. And then again with the native soil. And it should be really happy. All right, I want to finish planting the last 3, and I'll show you after it's done. All right, they're in the ground, and some of them are a little bit more mature than others. They have vine, which kind of helped grow, but this is what it looks like. I'm so excited for them to grow, watch them grow. And yeah, I'll probably do monthly garden tours. And that way, maybe at the end of the month or the 1st of May, I will show you the progress of which it's been growing. But I think it's going to look really good. And then, can you just imagine when it's all lush and it starts to bloom? It's going to be so fragrant. And I think that's where it gets its name from, the sensation honeysuckle. And Albus likes the biotone. Don't you? All right, so next, I'm a little sweaty and my hair's a mess. But next on the agenda, I think it's most of y'all, what y'all been very intrigued about, most ready to see. Well, we're going to plant the shade garden today, but the first thing, I'm going to transplant all these hostas and ferns that I have. That way we have more plantings there, and I think they'll be more happy. Although this is shade, it just didn't fit in that location. And so I'm going to move it and plant something else there. And yeah, so let's get going. While I'm over here, I don't know if y'all remember me transplanting the balloon flowers, but here they are. Look how much growth they've put on already. And last year they were in containers, so I'm sure they're a lot more happy in the ground. These are either called Korean ghost fern or Korean tassel fern. I'm honestly not sure. I cannot remember. If I look it up and remember, I'll put it on the screen. But they're really pretty. It's like kind of silvery green, has purple stem. It's super pretty. Here it is. Now, this hosta. Oh. Hostas have some very tough roots. Very. Wow. All right, I'm going to work. I'm working up a sweat. We'll work on getting the rest of these hostas and ferns, and I'll show you afterward, and then we'll plant the shade garden. All right, I got them out of the ground. A hosta that size, I do not recommend moving or transplanting. Those roots are really tough. This spade did nothing, so I had to bring out the big guns, and I got my hori. But as you can tell, I'm sweating. I wish you could see, maybe you can see the hole, how deep it is. And I did have to like cut around the roots, which is sad. Hope I didn't mess it up that bad. But all of these are the hostas and ferns I'm going to plant in the shade garden. So let's go over there. I have so many plants, I forgot about these. So I'm going to take these 3 out and the one up toward the waterfall. I love it there. It looks so beautiful, but it gets too much sun. And last year, it just was not happy. It looked like it was sunburnt. And so I'm going to move it, obviously, in the shade garden too. So let me move these and then we'll head to the shade garden. Fish are kind of relaxing today. It's a cool little shot. There's my Sarracenia. Yeah, coming to say hi. Actually, they're going in the cave. Okay, we got all of the hostas out right here along that side and then one on the waterfall. So I'm just going to put them all in this box so that way I can easily move them, transport them. And then I have one more surprise for y'all when we get over there. I'm not just planting hostas and ferns, but a cool special plant. And I might be able to break some of these hostas off and get more out of them. All right, I'm in my shade garden, and does it feel so much better over here? I worked up a sweat moving those hostas. Whew. they have some aggressive roots. And there's a nice breeze over here. All right, so I think I have a pretty good supply today. I'm going to be busy. So let me show you what we've been waiting for, what has kind of impeded me to go ahead and plant. It's in one of these, and then there's 3 of them. There's 2 in here. So let's open them. So I went ahead and kind of cheated and peeked, and it is beautiful, y'all. Ta-da! Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so let's get a closer look. So this beautiful plant, look at I love this foliage right here. Wow. Is a Japanese Andromeda or a Pieris. It's Mountain Snow Southern Living Collection. And it will get its partial shade to shade, so it's going to be perfect here. Has these gorgeous white blooms, and it's USDA zone 4 to 8, and it will get 3 to 4 feet height and then 2 to 3 feet wide. So it's great for shade, and I just love it. I'm so excited. I got 3, so they're going to go kind of like, I think I'm going to plant not everything this way like straight across, but I think most people that view the shade garden is going to view it this way. So I'm going to kind of offset the Pieris as my anchor plants and do the hostas and ferns and stuff below it and hug it. So it's going to be like the Pieris here instead of like in the middle. And I think it'll be really good. So let's get these other 2 out. Oh, this one has blooms on it a little bit. So good. This one has blooms. That one didn't, so you'll be able to see kind of what it will look like. Gentle, gentle, gentle. These are, I think, they're either 3-gallon or 2.5-gallon size containers. Pretty. Just gorgeous. Okay, so I have only one of them has flowers, so I'm kind of glad that you are able to see what they look like. Here's the other one. And see, I guess these are blooms, but look how dainty. Let's come over here and let's get a good look. Aren't they precious? That's gonna look so good, and as you can tell, that it just covers the plant with these. So it's gonna look so beautiful right there. See, I already placed one. So now what I'm gonna do, I wanna place everything and see if I kind of like the arrangement. If I don't, I can, easily move it, but I'm not going to put it in the ground. I'm just going to kind of lay it on top, see what I like it. If I do, then we'll start to plant. All right, we got them somewhat arranged how I like. So we know the Pieris, or the Japanese Andromeda. This is a blue hosta, so I put it in the corner. I got an Emperor's Wu, so that will get really big. This one, I'm not quite sure what it is. It was here when we got the house, but it's pretty big. And these 3 ferns in the back, these 3 hostas. We got, I think that's called a mosaic or painted stained glass or something like that. Hosta, the 2, it's either Korean tassel or ghost fern. I cannot remember. I'll put it up on the screen. This yellow fern these three pretty, what are these called? They're called, Bedazzled Hosta, which is really pretty. I like the, kind of like the variegation. We have the Invincible Hosta. It's mounding. And then these pretty autumn ferns, which they turn, you can already tell, like kind of orangish color. So let's get to planting. I think it'll be beautiful. And remember, obviously it's not fully planted, but this is a great start. I have a bunch of coleus that I started from seed that I will also plant once these kind of get bigger. Maybe, I don't know, I'll actually probably do the coleus here pretty soon, maybe in the next video actually. Oh, it's windy. So let's get planting. I think it's going to look really good. I know a lot of y'all inquired, kind of like, can you dig through the cardboard? Well, that ground was super, super easy. Yes, there's some remnants of the cardboard, but it is super, like, it's starting to break down. Like, I can just rip it apart. It's super soft. The auger has no problem digging through it. This ground looks pretty good, so I don't think I'll even need topsoil to backfill. I'm using the Biotone starter by Espalma, and next year I'll do the Plant Tone. I might use a little to put around it. These plants look really good. They don't look super root bound at all. Okay, I'm running a little low on battery, so I'm just going to finish. I have maybe 2 or 3 plants in this midsection, and then maybe 2 or 3 left in the end, and then I will show you the result. All right, are you ready for it? But first, we're going to plant some gladiolas. I'm going to leave you in suspense. So I have this kind of empty area. Usually we put a container right here with some pretty annuals. So I thought maybe these gladiolas can go right here, and I think they'll be really pretty. These are let me show you. They're in here. These gladiolas are the parrot mix. And I think they're so pretty. That little gnome is cute too. They will get 40 to 60 inches tall. Bloom time will be midsummer, mixed color, and they're annual here. But it does say care, annual, and cooler zones 3 to 7, which I'm a 7B, so I barely make the cusp. So if they naturalize, they do. If they don't, they don't. Let's get to planting. Hey! All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the no-till shade garden. So there's my blue hostas. I've already watered them in. The Empress Swoon, that gets really, really big. The Pieris hosta, the 3 ferns, some more, and over here. I just think it looks so good, y'all. I'm thrilled for how it looks. And the spots that I have, I'm going to plant some coleus there, some annuals, and no telling what else I'll find to put in here, but I think it turned out really good today. There it is. So I hope you like this video. We got the honeysuckle planted for the espalier, and I'll give you updates on that. We moved all of the hostas and ferns from the back, so that gives me some free space to plant whatever I want, probably some seedlings. We replaced the black HEUCHERA. That looks really good, and we got our shade garden. We're off to a great start. So if you liked this video, give it a like, comment, I want to talk to you, and check out this next video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.